Living in a small town, this is one of the great things about small town America, is when you know everybody, or when you're a small business owner and people appreciate you, they just rally around you.
Paul gives so much to so many.
Oh.
And you don't see that he does.
I learned a lot from Paul. When I first came to his store, that was the first job that I had had since leaving the military. With talking with him and learning how to get back into being a civilian was one of the big things that he actually helped me overcome.
So when I got my orders to deploy, oh golly, it felt like a punch in the stomach. My term that I used to talk to my fellow airmen were that we sign the papers, and so when it's our turn, we have to go. But for me, knowing I had the business to deal with and kind of took my breath away, and I kind of held it under my hat for a while because I didn't even know how to tell Jessica.
I think we were in shock for probably a month, but we had great people at the store, and so we started just kind of trying to wrap our brains around what that meant.
When Paul was deployed, knowing that he was going to be gone for 6 months doesn't sound like a long time, but when you're a busy single mom of 3 small kids, I was more than willing to be there and help the family.
There was one day, it was Sunday, and Jessica had the kids. And she was crying. And she was struggling with all the kids, trying to get them all together. One goes this way, and one goes this way, and the other one's crying. And you could tell she just wanted to go in the store, get her groceries, and go home.
When we found out that he was coming home, we were really excited, but they are not real specific on the exact time. So we went to the airport and, sat there for a couple hours waiting for him. It was awfully exciting.
And then we all stood out on 395, holding our flags. Woohoo, he's home.
When I was in high school, I was approached by one of my local friends, if you will, to play Bugle for some funerals for the VFW. And that kind of turned into on Memorial Day, the VFW does 10 cemeteries in one day and does the honors.
While living in Chewelah, the American Legion they are really prolific around here, and they do about 7 or 8 different cemeteries on Memorial Day, and Paul plays his trumpet, and it is something to be heard. It's very moving.
About a week from this taping, I will retire from the National Guard. Sorry, I'm looking up in my memory box. I'm guessing it's like 22 years, I think. It was a really good run. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad for what I was able to do, and it was an honor and privilege to serve the country, but it's now my time to be done and to be back with my family.